In modern environments, access risk often hides in plain sight: inherited permissions, overprivileged users, and scattered logs across dozens of systems. Teleport Identity Security helps to make the invisible visible by giving you clarity into every identity and access path. It shows you exactly who can access what and how, and gives you the tools to monitor identity-driven risk and act appropriately. So at the heart of identity security is the access graph. It provides the connected data that powers a unified view of access relationships across your infrastructure, serving as the foundation for exploring access paths, spotting overprivileged accounts, and monitoring changes to critical systems. And to report this data, Teleport Identity Security provides a number of dashboards and tools to include a standing privileges dashboard, where you can quickly spot overprivileged users and accounts with always-on access that should be reduced, an investigation dashboard, where you can review recent identity activity across your infrastructure, activity that combines Teleport audit events like certificate issuance and MFA challenges alongside of activity from any integrations such as GitHub in AWS. You can choose to browse and explore data directly in detail, or even use the SQL editor to run queries on this information, like show all access paths for a particular user, or show denied access paths, or show all discovered SSH keys. And then there's the Graph Explorer, which gives you an interactive visualization of the access graph. By selecting a user, role, or resource, you can see the full set of access paths, including both allowed and denied connections, making it easy to understand exactly how access is granted or restricted. These tools work to transform questions that used to take hours of digging into answers you can see instantly. Now, what about the most important identities and resources in your organization, the crown jewels? How can you be sure that they get extra attention? Well, with identity security, you can mark these critical systems as crown jewels and monitor them for access changes. Whenever a new role or group gains permissions, you'll see it in a diff-style view in the crown jewels feature, and also have a full audit trail recorded of the change. For example, if someone unexpectedly gains write access to your production cluster, one that you've marked as a crown jewel, the change is highlighted in the dashboard and captured in the audit log, so you can quickly take action before it becomes a problem. Now, we also know your environment consists of more than just Teleport. You rely on identity providers like Okta or EnterID, cloud platforms like AWS and GCP, code hosts like GitHub and GitLab, or even unmanaged SSH keys on systems. Identity security integrates with all of these. By pulling external identities, groups, and events into Teleport's access graph and Identity Activity Center, it provides a complete picture of access relationships across your entire infrastructure, not just inside Teleport. For example, you can correlate audit logs from Teleport and GitHub, visualize access patterns from AWS or Azure, synchronize with GitLab or NetIQ, and even scan for insecure SSH keys in your environment. And because all of this data flows into the Identity Activity Center, you can focus on specific identities, both human and non-human, like bots or tokens used with workflows. It lets you trace an identity's actions across systems such as GitHub, Okta, AWS through CloudTrail events, and Teleport, bringing correlated activity together in one place. In the case of a security incident, your team could use this view to investigate activity at a granular level, seeing which systems were accessed, how entry occurred, where privileges changed, and where the identity pivoted next. Finally, identity security also helps you make sense of what happens inside sessions themselves. Our newest feature, Session Recording Summaries, builds on top of raw session recordings, condensing them into clear, human-readable narratives. You still have the complete logs when you need them, but summaries give you the story at a glance. This can make investigations, audits, and compliance reviews much faster without losing the details of the underlying logs. Together, these capabilities give you a complete picture of identity activity across your infrastructure, helping you to reduce risk, detect threats, and overall help you investigate faster. You can try out Teleport with a 14-day free trial at goteleport.com/signup. Thanks for watching.